Overthinking is a silent thief that steals your peace, creating chaos in your mind. It's easy to get caught in the storm of thoughts, ruminating over the past, worrying about the future, endlessly analyzing the present. This mental chatter can leave you feeling drained, anxious, disconnected from the moment. If you're tired of feeling overwhelmed and long for a way to reclaim your inner calm, this video is exactly what you need. Buddhism offers timeless wisdom. Buddhism offers profound and timeless wisdom to help you break free from the cycle of overthinking. These teachings are not just philosophical concepts, they are practical tools that can transform your mind and guide you toward peace. Today, we'll delve into 6 Buddhist teachings that provide clarity and serenity amidst life's complexities. From mindfulness practices that anchor you to the present, to lessons on non-attachment that liberate your soul, these teachings hold the key to overcoming mental turbulence. By embracing these principles, you can learn to quiet the noise, find clarity, and cultivate lasting inner peace. Let's explore these transformative teachings together and take the first steps toward the clarity and tranquility we all deserve. Overthinking doesn't have to define your life. Freedom is within your reach. 1. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. Focus on the present moment. How often do we find ourselves consumed by the past? Regret, guilt, longing for what could have been, or trapped in the future, anxiously wondering what's next, worrying about what could go wrong, trying to prepare for the unknown. These mental spirals can easily overwhelm us, stealing away our peace and clarity. Yet the truth remains: the past is already gone. The future is not here yet. All we have is the present moment. The Buddha's teachings profoundly remind us of this simple yet powerful truth. He said, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." These words encourage us to loosen our grip on past regrets and future worries. By doing so, we can direct our attention to the only time that truly exists, now, the power of the present moment. Think about it, the moment you're in right now, reading or listening to these words, is the only time you have. Life unfolds in the present. It's where moments of peace, joy, clarity can be found if we allow ourselves to be fully present without drifting into the echoes of the past, the projections of the future. When we embrace the present moment, overthinking starts to fade. We begin to experience life as it truly is, without judgment, resistance, or attachment. Mindfulness, the key to breaking overthinking. This Buddhist principle is not just theoretical, it is deeply practical and transformative. One way to cultivate this awareness is through mindfulness. By anchoring ourselves in the here and now, we create space to observe our thoughts and feelings without becoming entangled in them. Each breath we take is an opportunity to ground ourselves, to return to the moment, to let go of mental chatter that keeps us stuck in cycles of overthinking. The story of the monk and the river. There's a beautiful Buddhist story that illustrates the power of presence. A monk and his young disciple were traveling through the countryside. When they came upon a wide, rushing river, the monk, calm and composed, crossed the river without hesitation. However, his disciple stood at the edge, paralyzed by fear. He couldn't stop thinking about the dangers of crossing. What if he lost his footing? What if the current swept him away? The monk, noticing his disciple's hesitation, turned and said, "Don't worry, my friend. The river is always flowing, but the only way to truly cross it is to be present and trust in the moment." Let go of mental baggage. This simple yet profound lesson stayed with the disciple long after they crossed the river. It teaches us that Focusing on the present moment allows us to navigate life's challenges with grace and clarity. Dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about future obstacles only prevents us from moving forward. By trusting in the now, we can cross the metaphorical rivers of life without fear. Release the burden of the past and future. Consider how often we carry unnecessary mental baggage. Thoughts of past failures or missteps cling to us like heavy stones, weighing us down. At the same time, anxiety about the future can feel like a never-ending storm cloud hovering over our heads. This dual burden robs us of our ability to engage with the present, the only time we have any real power to act, change, grow the doorway to peace. The Buddha's teachings remind us the present is not just a fleeting moment, it's the doorway to peace. When we fully inhabit the now, we begin to notice the beauty in small things, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the sound of birds chirping, the rhythm of our breath. These moments, often overlooked in our rush through life, are where true happiness resides. Mindfulness, the practice of being present. Practicing mindfulness can help us cultivate this presence. Start small. Take a few moments each day to sit quietly and observe your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering your lungs, leaving your body when your mind wanders, and it will. Gently bring your focus back to your breath. This simple practice trains your mind to stay anchored in the present, to reduce overthinking, to increase your sense of peace. The power of non-attachment, another powerful Buddhist teaching that helps stop overthinking, is the concept of non-attachment. Overthinking often arises from desiring control over outcomes, clinging to specific expectations, fearing loss, failure, or uncertainty. This leads us to analyze and overanalyze every situation, worry about things outside our control, feel anxious about the unknown. But when we practice non-attachment, we learn to let go of these fears and trust the flow of life, trusting the process, instead of clinging to control. Non-attachment doesn't mean we stop caring, it means we stop grasping. We accept things as they are and take inspired action without being overly fixated on the result. A modern analogy is using GPS. Imagine you're driving to a destination, but instead of focusing on the road and following the directions, you constantly question, what if there's traffic ahead? What if the GPS is wrong? What if I never get there? This constant doubt and worry make the journey stressful and overwhelming. But when you trust the GPS and focus on the road ahead, you enjoy the drive and arrive at your destination smoothly. Living with greater freedom and fulfillment. Similarly, when we focus on the present moment and trust the process, life becomes less burdensome and more fulfilling. We begin to experience a sense of flow, calmness, inner freedom. Instead of being trapped in cycles of overthinking, we move through life with clarity and peace. By embracing mindfulness and non-attachment, we break free from mental chatter and step into a life of greater balance and joy. Gratitude, a simple yet powerful practice. Another transformative practice that helps reduce overthinking is gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what's lacking to what's already present, from uncertainty to the good things in our lives, from worrying about the future to appreciating the now. By simply acknowledging the blessings in our life, we train our minds to focus on peace, contentment, and abundance. How to practice gratitude. A practical way to cultivate gratitude is to start a daily gratitude journal. Every day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big events. The warmth of the sun, a kind gesture from a stranger, a moment of laughter with a friend. This small habit rewires your brain to focus on the positive instead of dwelling on worry. Why gratitude helps overthinking. When we are caught in overthinking, our mind becomes hyper-focused on problems, uncertainty, future worries. But when we consciously practice gratitude, we redirect our mental energy toward appreciating what we have, feeling abundance instead of lack, experiencing joy in the present moment, a shift in perspective. Buddhist teachings emphasize that suffering comes from attachment. We often overthink because we attach our happiness to things that are outside our control. But when we practice gratitude, we realize that happiness isn't in the future, it's already here in the small moments of life. As the Buddha wisely said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So, let us all be thankful." Living with a grateful mindset. Instead of focusing on what we don't have, what might go wrong, what we should have done differently, we train our minds to focus on what we already have, what is good in our lives, the opportunities and lessons each day brings. This simple shift in mindset can drastically reduce overthinking and bring more peace and joy into daily life. Your next step. Before going to bed tonight, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be big or small, but the act of acknowledging them will help retrain your mind to focus on peace instead of worry. Let gratitude become your new mental habit and watch how your overthinking starts to fade away. Simplicity is freedom. Stop complicating life with unnecessary worries. In a world full of distractions and complexities, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. We often think more work means more success, more possessions mean more happiness, more thinking means better decisions, but Buddhism teaches us the opposite. Simplicity is the key to happiness. When we simplify our lives, we let go of unnecessary worries and free ourselves from mental clutter. The illusion of more. Modern society tells us that we need more achievements, more possessions, more control over the future. But in chasing more, we only create more stress, more anxiety, and more overthinking. Buddhism reminds us that happiness is not found in external things, but in inner peace and presence. As the Zen saying goes, the simpler the life, the more profound the meaning. How simplicity helps you stop overthinking. When we have too much on our plate, our minds become overloaded, constantly analyzing, worrying, and stressing. But when we strip away the excess and focus only on what truly matters, life becomes lighter, clearer, and more peaceful. Here's how to simplify your life to stop overthinking. 1. Simplify your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me? If it's not useful, let it go. Focus only on thoughts that bring clarity and purpose. 2. Simplify your environment. A cluttered space leads to a cluttered mind. Declutter your room, workspace, and phone. Create a calm environment that supports peace of mind. 3. Simplify your schedule. Overcommitting yourself leads to stress and burnout. Prioritize what truly matters and say no to distractions. Focus on a few meaningful things instead of many unimportant ones. 4. Simplify your desires. Stop chasing external happiness. Appreciate what you already have. Realize that contentment comes from within, not from having more. A practical Zen exercise for simplicity. Next time you feel overwhelmed, do this simple Zen practice. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what is truly essential right now? Let go of everything that doesn't serve your peace. Focus on just one thing at a time. Final thoughts. Simplicity is not about having less. It's about freeing yourself from what you don't need. When you remove unnecessary worries, you make space for clarity, peace, and happiness, as the Buddha taught. If you want to find peace, simplify your mind, your actions, and your life. Your action step. What's one thing you can simplify today? It could be a thought you're overanalyzing, a task you can remove from your to-do list, a commitment you need to say no, to take that step now and experience the freedom of a simpler life. Trust in impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. Not your happiness, not your pain, not even your worries. This simple truth lies at the heart of Buddhist wisdom. The Buddha taught, all conditioned things are impermanent. Strive on with diligence. Everything in life is in a constant state of change. Your thoughts, emotions, situations, and even the world around you. What does this mean for overthinking? It means that even your worries are temporary. Overthinking comes from fear of permanence. When we overthink, it's often because we believe our problems will last forever. We fear that our pain will never end. We think we must control everything to feel secure, but impermanence teaches us the opposite, that everything changes. The pain you feel today will pass. The fear that grips you will fade. The uncertainty you face will transform. Just like a storm eventually clears to reveal blue skies, your mental struggles will also fade with time. How to embrace impermanence and let go of overthinking. 1. Remember a past struggle that ended. Think of a time when you felt stuck or overwhelmed. At the time, it seemed endless, but looking back, you can see that it passed. This is proof that impermanence is real. 2. Practice letting go of control. Overthinking thrives on the illusion of control. We believe that if we think enough, we can predict the future, but life is unpredictable. Trying to control everything only creates anxiety and stress. Instead, trust the process and focus on what you can control: your actions, your mindset, and your response to life. 3. Meditate on impermanence. One powerful Buddhist practice is to reflect on change. Watch the seasons shift. Observe a candle flicker and melt. Notice how your emotions come and go. This simple awareness helps loosen your grip on overthinking and reminds you that everything is temporary. A Buddhist story on impermanence. A disciple once asked the Buddha, "Why do we suffer so much?" The Buddha picked up a handful of sand and said, "Imagine trying to hold onto this sand tightly. The harder you grasp, the more it slips through your fingers. Now, open your hand and let the sand rest gently. It stays without struggle. Our worries and fears are like the sand. The more we cling to them, the more they cause suffering. But when we let go, peace naturally follows." Final thoughts. Impermanence is not something to fear. It is a source of hope and freedom. When you accept that nothing lasts forever, you stop clinging to worries, fears, and anxieties. As the Zen saying goes, "This too shall pass." So the next time you feel overwhelmed by overthinking, remind yourself, this is temporary, it will change, I will be okay. That simple realization can set your mind free. Your action step. Right now, think of one worry that has been consuming your thoughts. Now, imagine it as a passing cloud, drifting away, changing shape, and dissolving into the sky. Let go of the need to control it. Trust in the flow of life, and watch as your mind begins to find peace. Applying Buddhist teachings to overcome overthinking. Now that you've explored these 6 Buddhist teachings to stop overthinking, it's time to apply them to your daily life. Each of these principles offers a path to greater peace and clarity, but true transformation happens when you take action. Here's how you can start integrating these teachings into your life today. 1. Embrace the present moment. Overthinking often pulls us into the past or future, but life only happens in the present. Practice mindfulness. Focus on your breath whenever your thoughts wander. Observe your surroundings without judgment. Engage fully in what you're doing right now. Each moment lived fully is a step toward mental clarity. Second, let go of unnecessary thoughts and worries. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, then release it. Worrying about things beyond your control only creates stress without solutions. Instead, focus your energy on what you can influence: your actions, your mindset, and how you respond to life. 3. Simplify your life. The more cluttered your mind, the harder it is to find peace. Simplify your thoughts. Let go of unnecessary worries. Schedule. Say no to things that drain you. Environment. Declutter your space for clarity. When you remove distractions, you create room for calm and focus. 4. Trust in impermanence. No emotion, situation, or struggle lasts forever. The next time overthinking consumes you, pause and remind yourself, this will pass. Nothing in life is permanent. Not your problems, not your fears, not your stress. The more you trust in change, the easier it becomes to let go. The power of your mind. The mind is a powerful tool. When trained, it becomes your greatest ally, not your biggest obstacle. By practicing mindfulness, simplicity, and acceptance, you can quiet your thoughts, reduce overthinking, and cultivate a deeper connection to peace. As the Buddha said, "The trouble is, you think you have time. Don't wait. Start practicing these teachings today and take control of your mental peace." Final reflection. Right now, take a deep breath. What is one thought you need to let go of? What small step can you take to simplify your life? How can you remind yourself to trust in impermanence? The answers to these questions hold the key to your peace. Let go, be present, and embrace the freedom that follows. Support the journey. If you found this wisdom helpful, don't forget to like this video to spread positive energy. Subscribe for more insights on mindfulness and inner peace. Share your thoughts in the comments. What Buddhist teaching resonated with you the most? By applying these lessons, you are stepping into a life of clarity, peace, and purpose. Stay present, stay mindful, and may you find serenity in every moment.